Hello, Virgo. Welcome to your reading. If you're new here, I am Divine Light, and I'm so happy you have joined me here today. In this reading, we will dive into the energies of your next 3 months with a general overview. This is going to start with Coffee Cup. Then we're going to move on to the Tarot. Tarot is going to be a little bit more detailed than usual. We're going to dive into home, work, love, and finances month by month. By the way, if you want to enjoy this message, don't forget to give it a thumbs up and hit subscribe. Give some energy. That way we can continue to grow and shine together. Let's start out with the coffee cup. Let's open it up and see. Before I open it up, I see here a guinea pig under the cup right here. Under the cup is actually what you don't see. Guinea pig can be an experiment, something that you're experimenting or thinking about experimenting right now, is actually starting to work out. It is surrounded by a positive light and it is protected. So this can be a project that you're keeping on hold that might require some experimenting around it. Can be a physical thing, a diet, can be a financial thing. For some of you, it can be emotional thing. Maybe there's a person that you really want to talk to or ask out, but the thing is maybe you're hesitant about that. Thing is though, the experiment will be successful. Okay, it's getting protected here, so you might get an outcome, desired outcome out of this situation. But the timeline wise, it is towards the end of the third month, which is going to be December. This is for October, November, and December. So maybe this is a person that you want to invite for a Christmas dinner or a celebration of the New Year's. And there's a Tears of Joy also showing up the same timeline. So they might really say yes to that. Okay, they might accept that. And now I'm thinking for some of you, this can be a colleague that you're working together. It doesn't have to have any emotional bond to it, like a romantic thing to it. This can be someone maybe you want to include in your friend circle. You want to become friends with this person. Okay. I see here there's a Tears of Joy coming forward. There's a pathway opening. Through the pathway, there's a Tears of Joy. This seems like happening really fast. We have two dots on top of each other. So this is actually going to explain a lot of situation when it happens. The pathway is a light pathway, so it's not going to be something massive. This is something very small, tiny little approval, maybe divine approval. This can be also an approval that you have been waiting for from a higher institution or and hierarchically someone who is higher than you. That small approval is going to give you the idea or the clarity that, okay, I can go with this. Okay, I can just put more words into it. I can add more to it. This can be something, maybe you're asking for a promotion through a project or a bonus, a project that you're completing. And this approval is going to give you the courage to ask for other things. This can even be a small path you're going to travel that you will actually have something happening will make you really happy there. Okay, this can even be finding a book that you have been looking for years in a small bookshop. Okay, and the book might have a lot of valuable information that will bring clarity about situations. Okay, there is someone standing in your life within the first month. This person is rooted, but the roots are not really that deep. This can be someone that you're connected to through family, but maybe you're not very close with them. The thing is though, they're standing tall, however, leaning backwards. There's a stone right behind them. They're leaning towards a stone. And kind of when I get to zoom in, I see a person's face here on the stone. Okay, so their rock can be a solid personality. They're showing up, I feel like, to put an end to a situation because we have a period coming out of their head. So they're going to maybe give you an information that will be extremely useful. For some of you, I got this idea for a second. Maybe you are doubtful about a person's intentions. And they might come to you with valuable information about this person, and that will clear everything out for you. You're going to say, okay, I cannot be with this person anymore. This can be I felt the relative here, relative energy. Maybe there's an issue in the family that you think you can resolve. You are the one, you're the missing piece. But it's going to give you clarity. You see the clarity comes right after it, that you don't need to do anything for it. It's going to resolve itself. And you're going to pull all energy away from that situation. And your energy is going to come back to you fully. And when you do that, there is something under the surface right here. Looks like a bag of money, something, an opportunity. Tip of the mountain, basically like a big mountaintop, an upgrade, a promotion, something which will elevate you. But this is not visible to you right now because you are maybe occupying your mind with the things that are not related to you, or you're thinking that you are the solution to certain things. But the thing is, these things do not really have a solution overall. They're just challenges that everybody needs to let go so it can resolve itself. Soon as you let it go, we see there's something coming in, an opportunity. I kind of see the silhouette of like a trunk of an elephant, the body of a rounded sleeping elephant. It's going to wake the elephant up. The elephant has a tree on top of it. In the second month, you can see the tree. The tree is going to become clear to you. Tree symbolizes something, a long-term investment starts to pay off, or maybe this is a long-term investment that you're going to start putting something to the side. Can be a relationship also. You're forming another relationship, a better relationship that will be in the long run supporting you. Above that, this reminds me of maybe a company with a lot of rooms, a lot of people working in there, and this can be a space you are walking out, maybe retiring or finding a new opportunity, because it seems like a beehive here. The beehive is a very organized structure. It's beautiful. It produces honey, which is tasty. However, there's no stop. Like, they are like soldiers, basically. And they are working extremely hard, like an inhuman way. That's not a human way to work. So you might be working in that kind of a beehive environment for a long time now. I see V as in Virgo. This is your victory. This is you in that space. And it seems like here, the space is small to you now, okay? Because it's like the rooms are shrinking down. You're becoming really big in that space. And the tree can be also symbolizing that, okay, now you're establishing yourself to another better place, that is, or finding a job in a bigger, more established space. I see 1 and 0. For some of you, this can be a place that you have been in there for 10 years now. And because it has the beehive vibe, so it can be also a place that has like an apartment building that you have been living for the last 10 years. Seems like here there's more. There's an independent tree, independency, or maybe getting to the top of everything and managing things from high above, like the queen bee situation might be happening here. And I see like a very flowy energy, so there's no forcing. If this is a situation that you need to force things, maybe that's not the situation that needs to be changing, okay? And within the 3rd month timeline, I see there's a man right there standing and he's holding his chin. This can be someone contemplating and making a plan. This can be your masculine energy also. Maybe you are making a plan to turn things around, change things, or even going on a new adventure. We're going to see which area field it is with the cards. Is it going to be about home, work, love, or finances? But you're thinking about something, but there is a cover over the head. You can see the nose right here. The cover indicates that this is not even an idea that you have shared with yourself. Okay, this is something hidden. And it seems like here, maybe you're waiting for the finances to get into order to go on this adventure or take this leap of faith and leave the past behind. I see there are 2 birds coming in. One of them has number 2 here, and it kind of looks like letter N as in Nathan, Nancy. The thing about that is the bird is coming within 2 2 months. Yes, this is the 3rd month timeline, but still it can be like the second day of it. It's in the beginning of that month. And maybe, or there's 2 news coming back to back in the different subjects. This is going to set things in motion. I see there's like a person right here. We can only see 2 teeth. So this can be a person who is losing their grip on a situation, that you are finding this out slowly. And when you do, this person charges, like you see from bright to dark, their aura turns around. They just have fire coming out of their head. So they might get a little frustrated, angry, and reacting to the control that you're taking over. And I feel like you're not even aware that you're taking over the control slowly. You're not even aware this person is turning into this beast mode, because I see you right there standing, talking to the eagle, talking to the angel. The eagle is the freedom. Angel is the divine help. You are receiving what is supposed to actually help you, information, guidance, divine guidance, can be inner guidance. Also, angels can show up in a way as human form. It can be also someone coming in that you're communicating and receiving valuable information. The thing is, though, the person who loses the grip follows you, comes after you. There's like water coming out of their mouth, kind of like a very like angry way, losing control totally, maybe even physical control. And that might be the reason you're taking charge here. So it seems like they might want to put up a fight, but there is like a ways between you guys. So it can be that you already moved on to the next thing, but you're turning around still looking at them. So it might require you to also have like your back covered. Okay. This is like in the middle of the 3rd month timeline. Can be December time. Maybe this is someone that you need to let go if you're managing, hiring, firing. It can be someone that is in a higher position that you're going to actually find. Like I told you, you have the control over the situation. So it doesn't mean that you're going to take charge of their work. Maybe you're hiring people and you're going to find someone with the charge that you have, hiring someone that is going to replace them. So that can really tip them off and just like maybe even come in a verbal sense. It doesn't have to be in a physical sense. However, you're moving on. You're not really dealing with them for too long. We have a legal paper. Kind of looks like an acorn, and there is a gateway under the acorn. Acorn is the seed for a new tree for you that is going to last for a long time. The gateway under it, though, it's a good sign, because it doesn't mean that you're only going to establish yourself, grow your tree, and it is going to be stable and stagnant. You're not going to just stay in that stable energy. You're going to take the crops off of the tree, and you're going to pass through a new gateway, a new dimension, new lifestyle, maybe even if this is like an upgrade that you're wanting, a new upgraded position. Okay, there's a peak right on top of it, and I also see there are words. These little bubbles are words, and there's a ring on top of it. Ring indicates commitment, so you might even get commitment from someone. Another thing here, I know we're going to look into the subject of love. When you maybe put things in order when it comes to money, finances, career, or overall life, this can attract someone who really wants to be with you, dedicate to you, come up with a ring, meaning the commitment. But the thing is, though, this is going to take a lot of attention, get a lot of attention on you. And there's going to be those little bubbles are the gossip, okay, going around. People might start to talk about you, okay? And there's a pathway here towards the end of the year. This was actually in the beginning pathway. There's a smaller pathway right there. So this can be a small trip, maybe towards the end of the year as celebration that you're going to be taking, okay? Let's dive into the saucer. If you have a specific question, a desire, an intention, hold it in your mind. We see the V here. V is victory. So this is going to end up being a very victorious way. You have 3 desires here. 2 of them are happening. Maybe you don't even realize. So that's why I like check your accounts if this is money that you're waiting for, or check if you have something that you want it to be paid off. Check those ones. Maybe it is actually getting taken care of within a month. And then your desire is actually going to flow really beautifully and fast. Someone actually like here standing looking up, you might even find someone along this journey that really admires, looks up to you, and maybe even trying to discover how you manage to become really successful in this thing. Another thing I see towards the third month though, there's a hangman right there. You can see the leg and the arms of this hangman. And this is outside of your area. So this is someone outside of you. Hangman energy is Pisces energy. Someone maybe with heightened intuition having like a blockage or a moment of seeing things clearly. Because hangman has a change of perspective. And I feel like here, maybe this is a person who was against you all along. And now their perspective is changing. They're starting to see from the point of your point of view. Another thing I see here within the second month, there's a massive fish eating a fish right there. So fish eating a small fish. This can be about an investment that you put out something small and then it brings something bigger. This can be an investment you have already made, but it's eating another small fish that you have. Maybe that is something available to you. There's someone actually looking at it very carefully. Kind of reminds me of an ant. Ants are prepared, hardworking, and so it might require you to look really carefully before feeding the big fish your small fish, okay? This can be a big investment that is going to require, for example, we're going to look in the home. That's what I'm giving as an example. Maybe your home needs a repair or an upgrade. That is going to eat some of the small fish you have, small money, or something that has been saved. So you're looking very carefully, and this requires calculating, is this going to change certain things? Is this going to upgrade the price of the home? The price upgrade, is it going to be satisfying compared to my small fish? Maybe it's going to be the same price. Is it going to worth it? I can do something else with it. So it is going to require a lot of planning there. The first month also, I see there's a woman. She has this long fishing rod in her and she has long hair, kind of Rapunzel, and hair is long. So Rapunzel was actually trapped in a castle. And this is that I followed it, and it's coming here, and two people hugging right there. We have a snowman, and snowmen can be keeping things fresh. And the thing is, though, it feels like here maybe you're the Rapunzel for so long that you have been trapped in a mental of which was maybe somebody actually told you something about relationships, or after your last relationship you had some word coming into your ear. You have the fishing rod, you want to fish, you want to go out there. However, this is trapping you where you are because maybe you're afraid, you don't want to try something different. Seems like though, when you use the hair is also another sense that we have, like the seventh sense, sixth sense, the seventh sense. That is actually communication with the divine. Also meditation. Through meditation, we can receive information. Seems like here that is going to take you out of that space, headspace, and help you meet with someone that you're actually like clicking together right away. Connecting together can be a soulmate energy. This can be also friendship. Maybe you had a best friend that wronged you. Now you're feeling like, I'm going to trap myself in this castle. We're not getting out of this. We're going to stay right here until we figure this thing out. Maybe instead of just dealing with that energy, you're actually telling, you know what, I'm going to get out of here. Not dealing with your energy or what you have done to me, because that shows who you are, not who I am. And if there is something maybe on your part, like allowing them to do the things that you don't want them to do, not drawing boundaries, you are already figuring this out along the way. And this new experience can be also somewhere that you can really see the change. So it seems like that's what's coming forward also in the third month, okay? I'm going to dive into your tarot now. We're going to start with the first month. We're going to go month by month. First month, we're going to look into home, work, love, and finances. Let's see what's happening there. Oh, you're going on a new adventure. Seems like some of you might be leaving the home behind. Okay, maybe instead of investing that small thing into the home, you're investing it into yourself and taking a chance. Three of Wands can symbolize also like maybe leaving home to go somewhere to, this can be for fun, adventure, but also for studying. For some of you, maybe this is a new area of study, or maybe if you have someone in your home, maybe household, one of you is going out there to the college, maybe you're driving that person towards there. It can be, I feel there's some sort of like an energy of movement. It doesn't mean moving out of completely, but it can be like a movement that is going to bring that moving out in the future, okay? When it comes to work, some of you are going to have a lot of good progress, because Chariot indicates discipline, and like your mental attitude especially is going to carry you to the places that you want to go. This can also, because we have a device, moving device right here, symbolize that maybe at work some of you are going to change jobs, go to another place or another department, another office, okay? But Chariot is overall a positive energy. It indicates leaving the past behind and moving on really fast to something that is really going to be passionately, you're attaching passionately, okay? Even though we have here, I forgot the name of the animal, sorry. So a slow moving creature. It has the wheels, so this can be a progress that it's been really slow for you, but now it is going to accelerate really fast, okay? I keep thinking slime. I don't know why I said that. Lovers coming in the love. Okay, the lovers, let's dive into the energy of it. It seems like here a perfect love, soulmate energy, connection, but for some of you, I feel like this indicates healthy, because lovers also have that health and healing energy, some healing experiences coming into your life. This is not only having a lot of lust and excitement and going on adventures. This is not, I feel like this is going to be something true, a little bit maybe boring for some of you, because it is going to have healing in it, and healing requires a little bit slowing down and calmness. Overall though, there's a compatible match coming into your life. Okay, someone who will really help you like feel fulfilled. You see the heart shape here? The hearts really symbolize 3 hearts, 4 hearts especially, like maybe even 4 different desires that you have will be fulfilled when this shows up in your energy. We have Gemini, and when we take the Magician card, Gemini is from the Mercury as well. So you are, if you're not even aligned with a Gemini energy, this can be in your Venus sign, and this can be someone really like matching your Venus sign energy here, okay? That's a perfect match, the twin. And twin sometimes can be a perfect reflection of who you are, but I feel like this is going to have a gentle ways of like showing you if there are things that you're maybe feeling certain things about yourself, like not feeling good enough. This is not going to be like, oh yeah, I'm going to reflect right back at you. No, it's going to be like you're going to be loved, appreciated the way you are. So it can be a little bit, not being judged can be a little bit strange if that was your experience, okay? So, but it's going to be positive overall. When it comes to finances, we have a Devil. This instantly gave me the idea you're probably going to get some good amount of financial improvement, which is going to drive your mind towards, oh, let me do something with it. Okay, like indulge in it. Let me spend this money on this thing. But the Devil is whispering, guys. This is something maybe you should just save. You should just put it in investment. You should just buy some valuable metals or something that you should put it on the side rather than just indulging into a new phone or a new something that is not really going to change the quality of your life at this moment. Okay, so Devil coming forward because there's something good is happening, but also coming as a warning, hold on to the good happening right now, because you might need that into the second month and the third month. We're going to see that what is happening there too. 3 of Wands comes with Temperance. So this is also fire energy, Sagittarius. However, this is moderation. So when you go on an adventure at your home, this is basically can be also suggesting financially, do not spend everything on this adventure. or this can be upgrading your home situation. Temperance is telling you do everything in moderation. There's a crown on the background, meaning you will have your upgrade. You will have the final outcome that you're imagining, desiring. However, in the meantime, this requires to be a little bit careful. Do not jump in with both feet inside of the water if you're not seeing the bottom of it. Or even if you're seeing the bottom of it, you don't know if there's actually a trap in there for you. So be very careful while you're going on this new adventure when it comes to home. It can be like an upgrade, like I mentioned, maybe a backyard that you want to build, but there is some things that you need to be carefully researching. And if you're not doing that, it can create a gap in your finances too, in mental also, because this is your home, this is where you're living. Maybe this is about family, friends. You're allowing someone to come into your new space. And if you're not really drawing the boundaries carefully, this person might even just become really disturbing in the long run, okay? When it comes to work, we have a childhood dream being fulfilled. The Chariot is like really improvement, massive improvement coming in. And with that improvement, you're going to do something, I feel like here. Receive something, accomplish something that has been maybe your lifelong dream that you wanted to make it happen. For some of you, because you're moving on, maybe even take more responsibility with a lot of pay, you might miss the past. You might be thinking, oh, I didn't have much of this responsibility. Oh, maybe I should just give it back. But the thing is, though, this is like an adjustment period. You might feel nostalgia or leave some department, go to a department that you don't have your friends, your colleagues, some people close to you. It can create that kind of nostalgia. But this is also an important thing that it's the life cycle is continuing. You cannot stay stagnant. Nothing is stagnant. The only constant is change. Okay? When it comes to lovers, we have Five of Wands. Okay. If you have any past issues, let me tell you, past in the sense of maybe heart issues, the people, they wanted to be with you or you wanted to be with them, but they didn't show up the proper way you want them to be, they can show back up here. I feel like Five of Wands energy is that can be even like 5 different prospects. When you find true love, they might come back and say, you know, are you sure? Energetically, not really verbally. Energetically, are you sure you want this true love, or you want to mess with us? Like you want to mess with me. You want to give me your energy. You want to spend me your time and waste it. Is that what you want, or is this what you want? Okay, that can be the situation happening when it comes to love. It's a little scary, but this is free will choice. You're going to practice your free will and choose if you want it or not. And sometimes if you're not used to the peace can be boring, and that kind of drama might look a little more attractive. However, drama is a drama, and it will end up with 10 of Swords all the time, okay? And that 10 Swords will really hurt, but it can help you move on too. Maybe you're not at that stage now. Maybe you're not really, you still have patience for this kind of like foolery. But if you don't, you can reject it anytime. When it comes to financials with the Devil, okay, guys, this is it. If you want to enjoy the long-term snail comes again twice here in your reading. You can actually look it up. Snail, it means, well, I feel like it is the energy of slow and steady wins the race. And overall, when it comes to work, when it comes to finances, that's what you need to focus on, the long-term returns. So this is basically telling you, if you go with the Devil's energy, you can lose the stuff in your hand. But if you go with the Nine of Pentacles, enjoying what you have created, save it, grow it, multiply it, you're going to enjoy the things for a longer period of time, okay? Let's pull the second month's energy and see what's happening in the second month. Oh, 5 of Wands again, guys. What's going on at home? Okay, so this is though much different compared to this. This is actually what these people are doing, like fighting over each other, pushing each other back and down, putting each other down. Maybe that's that kind of like thing that you had in the past. But here we have a woman. Okay, they have the wands in their hand, but she is creative energy, gentle energy, slow energy, strategically placing these pawns to its proper places. Okay, she's playing chess here. She's not playing checkers, basically. So when it comes to home life, okay, you're going to have an adventure. It is going to be moderation. And I feel like then the second month is going to come. You're going to get the chance to really place your cards, pawns, everything in the right place. Okay, and strategically make beautiful decisions that you will benefit. You will collect the benefit. You will see the benefit. Okay, but strategically is the key word here. Let's see what's happening at work. King of Swords is an authority figure. This can be a Libra, Gemini, or an Aquarius coming forward. And I feel like this can even be someone recognizing that you're doing an amazing job and you need an upgrade, or maybe, okay, you need recognition. You need recognition. You need to be pointed out to the others, fooling around, showing them, look at them person, they're doing amazing. And this person is logical, stoic, so they're not really kissing stuff. They're actually pointing out the truth that you're doing amazing work. Maybe you're organizing things, Virgo. Maybe you're extremely detail oriented and you're catching all the details that is necessary at work. So this person is going to recognize that. They can even hand you over some more of authority that they have, which can come, we're going to pull the cards too, which can come with material support as well. Okay. Let's see what we have in Ten of Cups is love. Guys, this is lovers and the love. You can see the energy, how beautiful, how powerful family here. What's coming in your life is actually going to help you let go of what has been. And instead of going with the drama, maybe we're going to go with what's boring, looks like boring, but also peaceful, that is secure, that makes you feel really loved, respected, understood. And I was actually listening right before I turned this video. I come across another person, therapist, energy relationship therapist, and she says, it's not lust that we're looking for. We're looking for love. Love is an action. Love is not a feeling. It's an actively showing up for the other person, treating themselves like you treat yourself. Love, accept them, appreciate them, support them fully. Okay, being there for them, calling them, not leaving them unread for 3 days. Okay, that's what love is. And that's what Ten of Cups energy is. Family, support, being there for you all the time. And it seems like, let me tell you, one of the best love readings, by the way, so far. That's what you're going to get. That's what's happening here. Okay, you're going to be able to, though, differentiate the drama from the lust from love. Let's see, the finances, Nine of Pentacles and over Nine of Pentacles. So I feel like you're going to make the right decision. You're not going to indulge in the things that are not really going to be useful in the long run. Here she's enjoying grapes. You're here enjoying an apple. Apple is the fruit of passion, basically. So when you can pause and reflect and see what's beneficial for you, it's not only stay in the level of, okay, only doing the right decisions with money. I'm not going to be able to spend it. I'm not going to spend it on the things that gives me pleasure. No, you're going to get the chance, maybe even the second month right away. We have all these beautiful fruits up here, right? Also, you're going to be able to get the chance to enjoy the things that you're passionate about. Okay, maybe you want to go to a musical. That's my interest, the examples that I've given. You can write down your interests. I love them. I read your comments. So whatever your interest, your desire, whatever is your passion, you're going to get the chance to enjoy those as well. And I see her beautiful earrings right there. We have a flower of life, and these are like geometrical. So it is a beautiful earring, by the way, but also it gives me the energy that everything is going to be in the right order. Okay, you're going to be able to separate some energy, separate some money for pleasure, enjoying yourself, but also the other things, the other part of Nine Pentacles are all going to be in order. Okay, so you're not going to have any worry if it's going to be good or not. Let's see, we have Page of Swords want to jump out of the deck here, and that subject is home. So your strategic thinking might even inspire you come up with a new idea to fix things up in a very logical and beautiful way. And the Swords energy is, you see the clouds behind him, is all about the ideas, the creative thinking that he has. The birds are the messages that he's receiving. This can even be like through meditation, prayer, also communication with the people that are knowledgeable. The Page of Swords energy is a young energy. So this is not something maybe you're doing at home that you're an expert about. Maybe you're moving your home, but that's not what you do. You don't really move every other year. So this is going to require receiving some information strategically, positioning yourself. Overall, though, he's on the hill, so you have a higher ground, and he has a sword, which is a tool of victory. So you're going to achieve success here, okay, when you are logically approaching the situation rather than emotionally. I don't mean do not use your intuition. Gut feeling always points out to the right direction. However, sometimes we cannot really feel it if body goes into the mood of fear. But logic always speaks up too. Okay, what's logical, what's ethical is right in front of us. King of Swords with the work and the Knight of Wands. Okay, this person might be someone who's going to promote you to a higher level, or maybe together you're going to pick up on a project and you're going to create amazing things. Knight of Wands is fire. This is passion. So it's not only going to be something that you pick up, oh, it's another thing that I need to work on. This is going to be something, maybe if it's your bright new idea that you want to accomplish. And this person is going to be like, okay, let's do it. Let's bring it on. We're going to rock and roll. It's going to really, because you see the horses kind of like a dancing here too. It's going to be really fun activity, it seems like, for some of you. It can be even, now I'm thinking maybe this is a recruiter and bringing you a new job, a freelance job, or maybe a stable thing. But the fire energy, a little bit more of like a freelance thing. Okay, maybe an extra thing coming forward here. With love, we have Four of Swords. Taurus got the Four of Swords in love, I think in the same position here. So even though I shuffled the deck, it came forward again because we have the moon right there on the bottom, the shadow side that you're not seeing. But the thing is though, maybe you're not going to have clarity, even though the things are going very well. Sword is communication. Okay, we have the Gemini. Maybe initially you're going to speak about the things, but you're not going to speak all the details about this relationship. Maybe you're going to leave a couple things out. You're going to take care of one situation, but you're not going to get into the details. This is about resting, taking a break. Taking doesn't mean taking a break from the relationship. This means that taking a break from your mind and maybe going with a divine. What's the highest good for all in a relationship? What can I do to improve that? What can the other person do to improve the situation? Okay, going on a higher level than like a personal one-on-one level. And that's why the moon is coming forward. You might not really have clarity for a while, and that might require you to go back into your heart, your mind, and analyze things. The thing is though here, the towers are leading towards this path. Is in between the towers, you're passing forward, and it's leading towards the top of the mountain. So there's where the solution is, and the path is illuminated. Even with a tiny light of moon, your intuitive guidance, it is illuminated. And at the end, you're going to find that point. You're going to conquer that question in mind. Nine of Pentacles with the finances, Page of Wands. Yeah, you're going to get to do the tempting things, or you're going to get to do the new adventures when you're established, when you're stable, when you have something to spare. And the apple maybe you're putting on the side is, okay, I'm going to save some on the side for my new adventures and the pleasures. Page of Wands energy is going on to that adventure. But I feel like here, it's not like the work that you are already knight, your experience, that you're going to be able to knock this off really fast. This is a little bit younger energy, so you're investing into this new desire, passion you have, one small step at a time, like one little thing at a time. If this is a hobby you have, you want to check to see if you can make money off of it, You're not going to invest on full-on gear of something. Maybe you're just going to start very slowly, okay? Very small. And this can be making soaps. This can be making bread. You're not going to go out there and get like a bakery grade oven tomorrow. Maybe this is going to take some time for you. Or, for example, ceramics. And maybe you're not going to go purchase all the things. You're just going to go take a course and see if that's your thing. Okay? So that's what the Page of Wands energy is. Younger energies. Taking steps, okay, towards your desire and passion, but doing it in a slower, minimal scale. Okay? Not minimal, but you know how this goes, okay? Let's get to the month third now. We're going to start with home again. What's happening at home? Let's see. Queen of Cups is a loving energy here. You might have someone at home that is actually, I see on the bottom too. Now I'm feeling like maybe you're going to carry this love energy slowly to your home, okay? You have the shadow side is love, main side is love. So you might have like a really supportive relationship that you might even get a beautiful offer, gifts and coming in. So when you are taking care of the housing situation, this is going to increase the peace in your life. And Queen of Cups is holding here a seahorse. A seahorse has the King of Cups energy. For me, I believe that the King of Cups is like the seahorses are the only ones who gave birth, as the male ones gave birth on the planet. So this can be a king who is right under your arm, taking care of you, supporting you. Knight of Cups can be a younger energy, maybe in your household again, showing up the support, with the support, okay? I feel a lot of water energy showing here. So you might receive a lot of support from the loved ones within the third month. This is like the Christmas time, also maybe holidays time, not always Christmas. And so it seems like you might be also getting some support from a friend to prepare the dinners, or maybe you're getting invited to a place that you will be chilling. You're going to go and enjoy yourself, okay? When it comes to King of Cups, he says, I'm here too. I'm going to show up when it comes to work, and I'm going to support you fully. I'm going to be gentle. We have our ships here. We're good. So I feel like this sword energy is not only like a person logical cutthroat and, oh, let's go into the project. Let's knock this off. We're going to be powerful and such. They're going to be also, okay, this is your side. This is what you earned and you deserve more. Very gentle, loving, compassionate. And maybe you should also improve this part of the things that you're doing so you can earn much more, or you can get more recognition. And another thing here, putting the recognition on you, that's another thing. Maybe some people take credit of the work that you do. This person is going to be like, she did that, he did that. Okay, it's their success. Give credit to them. Can be that kind of energy also here. When it comes to love, we have the King of Cups and the masculine energy coming forward. This is feminine energy. So that's why I feel like this person is not only gentle, compassionate, but also they're extremely creative with the feminine King of Cups. And the masculine King of Cups is someone loving, supportive. Also, he has a ship in his hand. He has massive fish here. This can show his wealth and abundance, understanding. And the birds around him is a very good communicator and coming forward. This is also in love, and this is some gentle attitude you're going to see. I feel like there's going to be a gentle attitude, but this is not going to be a gentle attitude, a passive gentle attitude. It's going to be an active gentle attitude. Like I mentioned, love is a verb. Love is a verb. So this person knows that this is a verb that requires action, that requires display. The love cannot be like a feeling that you can bottle up and put it on the, display. But this is like a display in the sense of just staring in a cupboard. It's not a cupboard that you don't put it in a cupboard. This is going to be on display in the meaning in front of your eyes. It's going to be an action that you're going to be watching it, seeing it, feeling it, and like appreciating it. Okay. Let's see what's happening with the finances, guys. 4 of Cups. 4 of Cups was in the bottom, right? With the devil energy. Did I feel that? 4 of Cups is not feeling satisfied with the outcome. So maybe this new adventure, this can be also coming up as like warning, because maybe something that you want to invest in slowly. it might not really end up the way you want it to be. Okay, I'm going to see the clarifiers because now I'm curious why it doesn't end up the way you want it to be. Or is there anything better for you out there? Okay, because you might have like, what happens with us is, as humans, we take examples of others. We see something that other person is doing in a very fun way, and we can think, oh, I can do that too. I love that. That's my thing. And then when you go into it, you realize it's not really aligning with your soul purpose. It's not really aligning with your personality. Even though it looks fun when that person is doing it. When you're doing it, it's not fun at all. It's boring. It's time wasting. It requires too much of your energy. You're not doing it easily. And think of it this way. If you love something, if this is something is meant for you, you can do for hours without getting tired. And if that's not the case, you might turn up, say, okay, this is not for me. And I feel that energy here. So this can be also coming up as a warning. Maybe you want to go after something that you saw somebody else is doing and having fun with it. But this will give you the chance to really explore, is this who you are? Is this representative of who you are? And if that's not it, you might really feel disappointment, okay, with this endeavor, with this financial investment, with this thing. So we're going to see the clarifiers, maybe what you should do. When it comes to home, there are Three of Pentacles. I told you there are many people here, and they're all coming together and making something happen. I feel maybe some of you are really bringing the family back, and they are going to build something together. It can be a home life that you are maybe moving into a new space. You have all the support of the neighbors and the landlord, and it can be like a new community you're going to find yourself in that is fully supporting, loving, accepting, and you're feeling loved. And maybe the best neighbor is the neighbor that doesn't bother you and disturb you. So this can be that kind of a thing as well. Overall, though, you have energies of 1, 2. I interpret the seahorse as the King of Cups. 3 aligned energies. Okay, looking in the same direction, and right here, looking in the same thing and trying to figure same thing out, and also putting out their amazing work. This can be even a renovation that you're doing and finding that perfect people that really understand what you want. Because sometimes what happens is you asked the person, the contractor, to put black tiles in the bathroom, but then he comes up with the white tiles and says, I mean, I don't know if this is happening in your country, but it happens a lot in mine. Oh, white was better, so I placed the white ones. And that can be a waste of your time because you need to redo it again. That's not what you want. So I feel like that's not going to be the case. You're going to have what you desire. We have, oh, wow, it's beautiful. At work, the 10 of Cups is family. 10 of Cups is happiness, long-term emotional satisfaction, receiving all the support that you need. So I feel here, King of Cups is like supporting you fully, and you're also receiving that recognition, success, approval, support fully on your back. You might even, for some of you, might getting an upgrade. Not only that, or maybe an upgraded position. And in that space, you're going to have a lot of joy. Can be even like a family type of environment. You're like raising children, like raising projects that is going to last for a long time. I have this girlfriend, she's an architect, and she attends, that's her expertise, to competitions, and she won already 4 of them, very young for her age. And what she doesn't do, though, she doesn't build those houses, okay? The company does. But I told her, like, maybe when you have your own place, you can, and they should. If you win the competition, you need to build the things. So this can be something like that for you. You're winning something, you're getting the approval, and you're building the homes in the future. This doesn't have to be homes, but you're actually getting the project, and this is going to last for a couple of years that you will be growing it, and you will be benefiting a lot more from it, okay? When it comes to love, King of Cups coming with an Ace of Pentacles. So this is not going to be, I say, dry love. Dry love is like you only get, okay, affection, loves, but you don't get anything in the material sense, which we're living in a material world, and you're an earth sign. You are actually the earth signs that I know, the Virgo that I know, they like to get gifts. So it's going to be an environment. This is going to be a love that you're going to see material results as well. Not only spiritual, because we're not living in only the spiritual world. We're living in the material world too. You're going to get some satisfaction out of it. This can be a person, another idea coming to me, wants to invest in your future and grow together. Okay. And so you're going to see a lot more communication and approaches and like hear from this person a lot. So like I said in the beginning, if you're not you're hearing this from this person, if you're hearing from this person who wants to create a mess and create a competition, that's not the one. Okay, if they don't have peace, that's not the one. The one with the peace shows up with cut clear material outcome. Okay, you're gonna like when you text, you receive a text back. I keep seeing that. This is not really the precursor of receiving a text back right away. It's not the precursor, because if someone's working really hard and they're trying to build their empire and wealth and they want to give you a perfect future, they might, call back in a couple hours, but not 2 days later. Okay? I feel like this is more of a stable and like a good relationship you will enjoy. When it comes to, and maybe you're going to go on a vacation because Ace of Pentacles is there's money is going to be spent. They might be actually spending money on you, which is a good thing. We have the Four of Cups, or receiving thoughtful gifts. Four of Cups with the finances, King of Pentacles. Okay, guys, so that's why I felt like, okay, Nine of Cups on the bottom, Two of Cups on the bottom, looking very good when it comes to finances. So it seems like here, if you strategically go into the thing that you desire, even if initially it doesn't really bring the result that you want, that's the energy I feel here. You might not get right away the massive sales or orders, or maybe if you invested your money on a stock or a bond or something, maybe it's not going to yield massive stuff right away. But if this is a stable one, this is a historical one, this has a past that that's like a good income, seems like this is going to put you in a position of power and bring long-term, because King of Pentacles is slow but long-term energy, financial security, which will have your other desires also fulfilled. Nine of Cups is wish fulfillment. All your desires are fulfilled here. And another thing, this might even open doors to another soul purpose you have. Maybe fund other desires you have. Attract a soulmate. A soulmate can be a good partner when it comes to growing finances. It doesn't have to be romantic all the time. It is a good partner that you can heal, exchange, build together, and create a powerful outcome. Okay? There's an equal exchange here. It's not going to be like, okay, you do all the work and then I'll come and help whenever I am available. It's not that kind of a thing. Okay? All right, let's pull your oracles now. We're going to look at what you need to know or see at this timeline, and then we'll pull the other ones. You have a camel boy here, small steps, asking for help. So it's very important to always ask for help, and I feel like it's going to become available to you. They're going to be showing up. They're always showing up in every direction. If you do not fall for temptations and, fall for the other, like the past issues, you're going to get really good results. But along the way, asking for help is actually for you, opens you up for more, receiving more and better opportunities, and also prepares the pathway for you to grow. And again, grow your capacity to receive. So take small steps which you are moving stably, in a stable manner, to the desires that you have. Also, asking for help will get you there. Maybe in a very supported feeling way. Okay, you're not going to feel like I did everything by myself, I'm all alone, no one is supporting me, I'm here, I have the victory, I have no one to enjoy it with. That's like very even if I'm saying I'm feeling my energy is shrinking down, but when you ask for help and feel like, oh, I'm always supported, everybody wants to be successful, and we are actually creating amazing stuff together, the creative ideas are flowing and very beautifully, smoothly, this expands your energy. We have passion coming forward. This is actually what you need to focus on. This is the sacral chakra color, which is your creative center, which is where our reproductive organs are. Focus on the creative stuff, first of all, creative solutions, and it seems like they're going to show up through what you're passionate about. Passion, not in the sense of the devil here, like the indulging into the things that are really taking your focus away from the subject that you have in your mind. This is actually keeps focusing you back into your purpose, final desire and purpose. Okay. Let's see. You can also do things to like improve your, open up your sacral chakra. Okay. And let's see your overall advice. We have clouds here. Okay. Be aware that your thoughts and feelings are just as impactful as your actions. Okay, this is very important too. That's why I feel like focus on the passion, focus on the small steps and asking for help rather than the things that are weighing you down. Okay? All right, beautiful. That's all for today. I would like to thank you for joining me and I wish you a magical day. Bye. Hey, beautiful. Make sure to like, comment, share, and subscribe to the channel.